Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. The Honk Honk progression event just went live, as well as the Litecoin birthday sale and some clown bundles. As always, you will find timestamps to jump to that part that interests you the most, and we're gonna get started as usual with the progression event. I'm gonna say it at the beginning, this progression event looks very good already because we need a lot less points than usual, and also we have these cases again inside of the progression event, which last time was like introduced, and I happen to have one, so we can confirm now at the beginning of the video we can open multiple of those ones in a row if we happen to have more than one. And let's get into the points of the progression event. This time we can reach all the way to rank number 9 here in the progression event as a free-to-play player, and you already get some really juicy stuff here. 2 times the HEM TTP with 2.5% and 400k in mining power, the RST case that I just showed you in the inventory, as well as some other stuff like a rack and some miners that you could potentially merge to level 2, and then also all the way here on the top 0.25 roller token, which is not a lot, but it's kinda free, so why not just take it. And then anything below rank number 9, I would expect that everyone would need a multiplier already, because it's impossible to reach with just playing games till here. But if you would boost your multiplier a bit and you open like some lucky cases or whatever and you spend like some roller token, then you would now get the Miner's Nebula and some really crazy rewards down here. And the best part about this progression event today is that you need only 12.6 million points, so I have a feeling that the progression events are getting better this time compared to the last progression events. We needed like 40 million, 50 million points, and seeing the second progression event now in a row where the points are actually getting less instead of more is really promising, and I really like that. The only thing that I see in this progression event is that you are not getting too many of the miners multiple times like the HEM TTP for example, but you're getting like one time the main reward, the Hodl, and the other one is inside of a sale that we are getting here into in a second, and then you could make it a tier 2 version only if you are getting the progression event done, or if you are purchasing the sale twice, and then you can make it like a tier 2 version with crazy amount of mining power. And the other stuff that you are getting here is really beginner friendly, I would say. All of these miners have a very high bonus power and a really good base mining power, so that if you're reaching to 12.6 million points, you're getting a total of 55p of base power and 44% bonus power. So in my opinion, this progression event is focused more on beginner players, or let's say medium accounts, because you get like a lot of base mining power and a lot of bonus percentages, but you do not have those crazy merge opportunities here as far as I can see, and you're getting like a lot of miners that you can just, without merging them, place them in your room and can have them pretty much a long time inside of your room without merging anything. So this is really good. I like the progression event. And then based on that, let's get into the sale, the Hodl sale. This one is the one that I just showed you inside of the progression event, and you can purchase this for 135 roller token, and you get here the 20,000 fans already on top of that, which is exactly what you would need to make this a tier 2 version. And then it comes with almost 40p, and it has 12% bonus power. The only thing on top of that is the 9 roller token in merging price that you need. So basically you are doing the progression event, you get all of this stuff here while progressing here, plus the main reward, and then you make it a tier 2 version in the future if you happen to buy this sale here. Otherwise you could also just skip the progression event and purchase this sale 2 times, but I think at that point it would be quite expensive. Like, you need to spend 135 roller token 2 times, that makes 270, a little bit more than that. You get 20,000 fans that you will need to actually merge it anyways, but you get 20,000 extra and you could resell them in the marketplace, but that obviously doesn't make up for the amount of roller token that you would need to spend here. So of course you would spend a lot more than you will get as return from selling these parts. So the best thing in my opinion is to actually progress in the progression event this time and purchase, if even the sale, only one time, so that you are getting all of these goodies here along the road as well. And then you can boost your beginner account or your medium account by quite a lot of bonus percentages, which in the long run will lead to exponential growth, which is absolutely insane. And the next sale that we have here is the Dompa Master, which is kind of funny because it's just called like this because it's the Banhammer Master, but Dompa is one of the admins inside of the Discord, so this is kind of hilarious in my opinion. It makes it really fun to see this kind of name. And this sale is actually quite good in my opinion. You get 4 of these Banhammer Masters with only 130k of mining power for 79 cents. And when you are purchasing multiple of these ones, you can buy it 8 times in total, so you technically can make it the tier 6 version. So you buy this, let's say 2 times, you have 8 of the miners, you already can make it tier 4, which is kinda insane because it kind of costs costs nothing to merge this all the way to tier 4. This is basically free, and it has already 2.5p and 7% bonus power at that point. And the next thing after that gets a little bit more expensive, but it is still affordable and reasonable. Here you need one of the purple parts. So basically what I'm saying is here you need like 5 roller token in total to make it all the way to tier 4. And then here you need like 25 or 30 roller token if you are including the merging price to make it a tier 5 version. And then of course tier 6 gets even more expensive. So in my opinion, what beginner people should do here in this case is spend the least to get the most out of it. Basically, you're purchasing this, let's say 4 times, you have now 16 copies of this, and then you're making it a tier 4 version, a tier 3 version, and a tier 2 version, and the other 2 miners or the leftovers, basically you're just reselling them in the marketplace. That would be one approach. Or what you could do also as a beginner player is purchasing this here just as many times as you can, like 8 times let's say. You're merging this miner to tier 4, you leave the tier 5 and tier 6 version for some point in the future, or you are reselling the other 24 copies that you have. So there's quite a lot of options here, and I think that this is an absolute genius sale for beginner players because how affordable it actually is to get this amount of mining power out of it. The next thing that we have is a lending sale, and this one will probably be sold out at the moment you are watching the video. It rapidly sells because how good the Litecoin Dynamo actually is. Meanwhile, the base power doesn't look like much, and the bonus percentage also doesn't look like much. The Dynamo has an insane merge all the way to 150p and 65% bonus power, and this thing costs you only 0.02 Litecoin, which is kind of nothing for the merge that it has, because this thing is so affordable to merge it all the way to tier 6 that this is ridiculous, and it has such a insane amount of mining power. And not only that, it has 65% bonus power. This is way better than the sale that I made the video of. This miner for which I made this video, if it's worth it to invest like money into RollerCoin, costed me around $450 of Ethereum. And now we have a lending sale here which you need to purchase, let's say 32 times. That would be in total 0.64 Litecoin, which is obviously way less than the $450 for that other sale that we had. And then you would need to merge it all the way to tier 6 to get like these crazy stats that are very comparable and even better than the steel miner in the Ethereum sale that we had. And then at this point it costs you even less merging fee, and it is a one cell miner if I see it here correctly. So this is one of those examples that is an absolute insane sale. This is super good, and if you happen to have Litecoin from, let's say, mining because you were skipping all of these really bad puzzle events, then now is your chance to invest your Litecoin here, because anyways for now we cannot withdraw the Litecoin, and maybe this is a sale where we can say like, okay, instead of waiting on the withdrawal, we can make this all the way to 150p, which is quite insane and quite affordable, and not miss out on the sale. And then we get like a lot of Litecoin in return again until the Litecoin will be withdrawable. So that's basically my approach to this sale. It's gonna be sold out very soon, so maybe this is gonna be worth it for the one or the other that was actually mining the Litecoin. And if you didn't mine the Litecoin and you don't have any of them left in the account, there's a crafting offer ongoing, guys, and this one again is super good. I'm so hyped about those crafting offers lately. They are really cool. We have them super affordable, the Klims, Aurum and Perfection, and all of them already come on tier 4 merged. Here for this best miner with 7p and 3.4% bonus power, we need only 3 of the blueprints and 1.5 roller token in crafting price. And the next one here is relatively cheap as well. We need like 8 roller token in legendary fans and 0.35 roller token in crafting price for a miner with 3.6p and 2.3% bonus power. And the Klims, this is basically free. It costs you like 1.5 roller token to get a miner with 900k in mining power. Also very solid. Again, all of these 3 crafts are approved, and you can actually click the button here one time at least. Don't make multiple copies of this, because making them a tier 5 version will probably be again too expensive. Another thing ongoing is the Honk race. So if you are progressing in the progression event and you are boosting your multiplier, you're automatically participating in the Honk race, and here you can get one of the rewards that was inside of a burning event like 3 burning events ago or something like that. And you also can get the 30 roller token if you happen to get to rank number 1. But if you are deciding to basically not progress in the progression event and you're skipping on that one, then it is very unlikely for you to get anywhere close to the top in this kind of event, so then you should basically skip this one. And talking about this miner, which was a reward a long time ago in in one of those burning events. I have something to say and an opinion to share about the last burning event that was here a couple days ago. There was apparently a bug, and BB Hamster put a statement on the Discord. On Friday, when the burning event started, there was a bug in the formula calculating the burned items. The issue was fixed at beginning of Saturday. However, some of the players exploited this bug a lot, and to maintain a fair and healthy environment for all players, any and all disadvantages gained by those who abused the bug, as well as any related activity that took place after the bug, will be reverted from those players' account. I think this is a very good approach to actually fix something, but on the other hand, inside of the chat there was confirmed that people even have been banned over this, so not only were items reverted or removed from the accounts that supposedly abused the bug, but also they have been banned, and I think that is quite unfair, because in the first place, how is a player supposed to know that there is a problem with the actual merging formula? It's not like we know how much points we're supposed to get, so basically we're burning our room now inside of a burning event to risk getting banned over it because maybe there was a bug. So I don't think that the approach of banning people is correct, and I think it should have sticked or stood only on the side of removing items from those kind of people. Also, what I think that we need to talk about is a little bit those sales, where now everyone is really afraid if a sale goes live that the sale might be a wrong sale and it's maybe too cheap, so people are not buying the stuff anymore because maybe there's a problem again, and I don't think that is really good, and it needs to change the way that people are being punished for these kind of things, even if they happen to abuse the actual sale or the actual burning event or whatever, because one thing is having a bug and the other thing is knowing about the bug. And in case of this burning event, it was absolutely not visible to those people probably that this was a bug, because long story short, in my opinion, how is a player supposed to know how much points we should actually give if the actual burning formula is never actually getting made public to us? So maybe there is just a lack of transparency of how many points we should get in the first place, so this kind of problem will not occur, because if we know how many burning points we are supposed to get, then okay, now we are getting like, let's say 10 times more points, it's not intended, then it would be an exploit of a bug, because now it would be fully transparent of how many points we should get in the first place. So I think it was managed quite good, but on the other hand, banning people over it is quite unfair. So reversing items again, this was really good approach of this bug that occurred, but banning the people is definitely a no-go and a red flag, which probably leaves some people really scared now to participate in events, and I don't think that is quite good. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any more questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I see you in the next one. Bye!